the chair and everything. base no da vuelta, cuidado que está en vivo. Espérate. Si lo vas a hacer, la base no da vuelta.
No. Tengo que zafarla, tengo que quitarla de aquí. El tornillo está por ahora.
No te creo.
Sí, porque palo mucho. Ya. Espera. No tengo que hacer eso. Pero entonces el palo es que va a salir por ahí para acá.
Porque ese palo da vuelta aquí.
Yeah.
No, ahí no.
Sí.
Dale suave. Mira la suavecita. Dale. Ahí está. Oh, ese palo ahí no puede ser.
Es lo que te decía.
Le da un golpe a una gente 6. Córrela más para acá.
No puedo. Está tape.
Me enganché aquí atrás, me cago en la pinta. Enderezala un poquito más. Eso le va a dar a alguien ahí. No.
Pesa demasiado.
No. No sirve.
Wonderful to be seeing you, my friend. Leo, it's good to see you. And frankly, it's good to see everybody. Thank you all for coming. As we transition to the new normal, obviously, these kind of things become imperative in reestablishing relationships, seeing old friends, exchanging gossip, doing everything that friends and colleagues should be doing. So thank you very much for coming to the chamber on behalf of Lily and the entire board. We can't be more appreciative of you taking the time out and spend some time with us this Friday afternoon for lunch and Friday afternoon. And with that, the wonderful third DCA judge, Bronwyn Miller, who's a dear friend. If you can come up and give the invocation, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we sit among our friends, colleagues, and chamber family to celebrate our health and wellness champions, our very joy in living is tinged with an indescribable sadness. It is with helplessness, sorrow, and mourning that we bow our heads and pause to acknowledge the divine presence of our great Creator today. Benevolent God, this week, just as we believed we could achieve some normalcy and restore ourselves to our carefree existence of time past, our community has been confronted with yet another tragedy. We watched the news in disbelief yesterday, witness to the collapse of the foundation of a multi-story building into dust, smoke, and debris. Today, we pray for those who lost their lives, those who are missing, and those who have suffered loss and tragedy as a result of the collapse of the Champlain Tower South condominium. The horror we feel defies words, but we are compelled to recognize once again how fragile this life is that you've given us. It is from dust that we came, and to dust we will return. We are no different than a crumbling foundation of a building. We recommit, as we often do today, to kindness, love, and good deeds, and we offer our humble prayers to our wise leaders, Lillian Lopez and Roland Sanchez Medina, our entire board, the special champions of health and wellness who will be honored here today, our community officials, and last but certainly not least, those who have prepared this beautiful meal and serve us. May we maximize the life we have by bringing beauty and light to the lives of others. And above all, may we continue to praise you and acclaim your greatness, living in a constant state of gratitude for all that we have and knowing that it may not be here tomorrow. Please join me in saying amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Ron. That was beautiful. Thank you so very, very much. At this time, we'd like to recognize elected officials that are with us today. The Honorable Pedro Garcia, Family Property Appraiser. Thank you. for always being such a great supporter of the Sflhcc. The Honorable Dr. Marta Perez, school board member, also friend for, wow, at least 20 years. We also have the Honorable Luby Navarro, who's a school board member and also a personal friend. We thank you so much, Luby, for being here. And I do want to say that I thank everyone for being here. We said 12, it's 1, what can I say, what is it? Plus, what were we having? Mojitos. So that just took care of that. So much for 12:30. It's 1, but we'll get you out of here by 2. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And Amanda, I think, Roland, I think we're recognizing some past years of the organization, right? Armando Tamanco, and also our chair-elect, Jose Perez de Corcho. Thank you so much for joining us. We want to thank our presenting sponsor, Cigna, and we will be showing a video from Cigna, a quick video. It was a very nice video, by the way. I remember it was nice, touching.
They say adversity creates opportunity for growth. Well, if that's true, we've had a lot of opportunity this year. It seems like we've all been feeling the adversity in one way or another, both physically and mentally. So how do we sustain it and maybe even thrive? It starts with something we all have, but maybe don't know it yet. Resilience. Resilience is the skill that, if cultivated, can see us through any challenge and come out the other side even stronger. But for that to happen, it helps to have a partner who knows the journey. Cigna. We've designed a way to help you and your resilience grow with tools to ground yourself in the situation and visualize your ideal outcome. Recognize the things you can and can't control. Organize the resources you need. And work with your community to support you in achieving your goals. So when adversity strikes, and it will, because that's what it does, you'll have everything you need to take it on and grow forth.
At this point, we'd like to invite Yesenia Sanchez up here to make some brief opening remarks. Yesenia is the Vice President of Governmental Education for the Florida Caribbean for Cigna. She is responsible for deploying the focus and resources needed to support the unique needs of the public sector. She works with local account teams in Florida to ensure Cigna is delivering value-added, differentiated solutions to address the challenges this segment faces on a daily basis. And I'm going to leave it to her to elaborate even more.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with all of you today. It's great to be with all the businesses as one community as we're coming out of this pandemic. The reason for the video is really to talk about the resilience we've all had to show at one moment or another to get through this, and together as a community we have. Wanted to thank Alonzo as well for all the work he's done in the community to share and be a mentor to the community in terms of what they need to do from a resilience perspective. Don't want to take any further time because I know we're time sensitive, so I do want to introduce Dr. Vitiello, who's going to talk a little bit about where we are in the pandemic and the effects of COVID in our community. Dr. V?
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here today. I definitely want to start by recognizing and thank you to Alonzo Morning for all that you have done, not only for the team back in the day, also for the community. I share with you the city, and of course what you did with Cigna in helping us deal with the social disparities in health. For us, this is a very important topic, and as it relates to COVID, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the results of that cooperation. I'm very happy to report that as of last night, the state of Florida has reported that we have vaccinated about 45% of the available population, which sounds a little low, but it's actually very good news because the population has expanded down to age 12. So as a result, there are a lot of young people in that denominator, which we still have to attack. But 45% means that 90% of the at-risk population has been vaccinated. That is terrific. As a result of the efforts that you, Alonso, participated in, I'm very happy also to report that last night 1,885 new cases were reported in Florida, which is down from the 5,000 to 6,000 that were reported 3 to 4 weeks ago, which is terrific. And the most important news is that there were absolutely no deaths reported yesterday. And then finally, there's actually a bit of good news from all that we've learned and all the efforts that we've taken to mitigate COVID. This is extended into prevention of flu. And as you know, every year in the United States, 20 to 30,000 people succumb to flu, just a regular old seasonal flu. And this year, there were only 450 deaths from the flu. And this is a result of all the efforts that I'm hoping we're going to carry into the future. So my closing comment is let's learn from what has happened, this very bad, tragic year of the pandemic. And let's remember about social distancing, personal hygiene, making sure that we reach out to everybody in our local environment and everybody in our more regional environment to make sure that they're obeying all the simple rules, staying healthy, maintaining good physical conditioning, making sure we have access to food, medical care when necessary, and keeping our vitamin status up, which includes things like simple vitamin D and zinc. And those things alone will hopefully prevent not only a recurrent flu season, but also a recurrent COVID. So again, Mr. Moynihan, thank you for a life well lived and all the example that you have set for all of us. I appreciate it.
We also want to thank our media partners, Diario Las Americas, the Miami Herald, El Vocero News. You all have a copy of the newspaper in which we were featured for our last event of April 30th, and Univision 23. Now we have the platinum sponsors video, I've been told. So, here we go. Thank you, our platinum sponsors.
Risk Strategies is the leader in the healthcare space. Our service is second to none.
More and more, telemedicine is reaching millions of patients where they are. But it can't touch them. Now there's Scarlet, laboratory collection that comes right to the patient. Because 70% of medical decisions are based on laboratory tests. And many patients just don't have the time or the access to get their laboratory tests done, or simply don't want to leave the comfort and safety of home. Scarlet provides on-site sample collection with online convenience. Healthcare providers order laboratory tests. Patients tell us where and when. Our health professionals come to take the samples. Patients and healthcare providers review the results. It's that simple and that evolutionary. Scarlet, it's where healthcare is going, and it's already here.
Padezco de diabetes desde hace tiempo y eso me complica bastante la vida. Pero un amigo me recomendó el programa de diabetes de Cano Health y aprendí a manejar mi condición y comer mejor sin privarme de lo que me gusta.
Nuestros centros han sido certificados por la Sflhcc para manejo especializado de la diabetes.
Vivir plenamente con diabetes se puede con Cano, porque siempre queremos que usted se sienta seguro y sano con Cano.
Our team has you covered. A partnership with Sflhcc is a positive force for employers, creating peace of mind because you and your employees are protected, freeing everyone to focus on what matters most. Welcome to Sflhcc. Smart home benefits shouldn't stop during storm season. With smart, reliable natural gas in your home, you're not only prepared for hurricane season, you've got options. Hot water keeps flowing thanks to the reliability of a natural gas tank water. Family dinners continue as a natural gas range provides on-demand cooking, and with a natural gas generator, you'll keep vital appliances running while adding comfort everyone can enjoy. Contact Florida City Gas today and take advantage of appliance rebates. Natural gas, storing smart comfort.
We're always looking at future street in here. When the future said, come back on Florida, we tore down the old plants and made way for clean, American-made natural gas that had reach for the sun, with more solar panels than anyone. And when it said we need zero carbon emissions, we said, okay, let's make energy from this. Water. It's called green hydrogen. So we keep planning, preparing, investing, because Florida deserves my generation deserves a future we can depend on.
Oh, thank you to those sponsors. And also we would like to extend a gratitude to gold sponsors, Memorial Healthcare. Thank you so much, appreciate it. We also have South Florida Business Journal, FBMC, La Roca and Associates, and Waste Management. Also, thank you, our silver sponsors are listed in the program, as well as our media partners. Now it's time for our awards presentation. The first award goes to Dr. Marlo Hernandez, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Cano Health. He serves on its board of directors. And I had the pleasure of interviewing him because now he's on vacation, and we'll see the video, and we're very proud of him as a Cuban American who was able to be in New York and rang the bell at the stock exchange. So let's watch the video.
Today we're presenting the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce's Health and Wellness Champion Awards, the most influential category, to Dr. Marlo Hernandez, who is the President and CEO of Cano Health.
Muchas gracias, Vivi. Thank you. This is a great honor. I'm so proud to be part of this tradition that the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce has established. And with even more emphasis, we'll continue to improve healthcare for our patients and beyond, as this is a great honor, and always want to make sure that I deserve it.
And we are doing this via film because I know you're on vacations with your family first, we know that, your two young boys and your wife. But we appreciate your time being here today with us, and just for the members that can't see you and come to the person, you know, to impress with you with your life story. And now I know you're in the New York Stock Exchange. Tell me about that. As a public, I know the second Hispanic owned company that's publicly traded means a lot. For us as Hispanics, I mean, in general, it's a testament to our democracy, the United States of America, the country that we love. But to you as a Cuban American, me, Cuban American, it's such an honor. So tell me a little bit about how you felt, and also where you went and see the future of your growth.
Sure. Well, first, only an American can, an immigrant in a
generation reach what we have been able to accomplish. And it's also a result of the many people, often immigrants, native-born minorities, that have allowed us this great opportunity through their work, the Cuban American exile community, those from many other Latino countries, Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela, that have made Miami the center of the world that it is, and a springboard to allow folks like me a shot at incredible opportunity and achievements if we're bringing to the market something that is of value, that improves the lives of people. That's how capitalism works. That's how it should work. And being in New York, the place that my grandfather had described to me as the significant place back in the 1940s and 50s when he was able to visit. And he told me the story, he was growing up in Cuba, so I grew up in Cuba. He told me about Joey Ryan playing, and although I did not go to Yankee Stadium, I went to New York Stock Exchange, another storied institution founded by Alexander Hamilton, another immigrant as well, and seeing the counter flag that was right alongside the American flag, that was an incredibly proud achievement for it confirms not only what is great about America, but also for me as an immigrant, that I am making a contribution to this great country that allowed me this opportunity.
And your next steps for expansion, what states?
Oh, wow.
Just come back from Texas. There's a lot of Hispanics there.
That's right.
That would love to have you.
Well, we're already in Texas, we're in Nevada, we're in Puerto Rico, and we have a lot of new states. But stay tuned, we're a public company. I can't do everything, but a lot of exciting things are coming to happen.
Well, thank you so much, Mario, for Hernandez, for the opportunity to meet you personally and to get this award. You are all members of the chamber, but I have not had the pleasure of meeting you personally, and this is so well deserved. And I'm so happy to be here today with you and your wonderful team. Coming up, for you. Blessing, blessing.
What an amazing story. Now to receive the award on behalf of Dr. Marlo Hernandez is Gina Portela. I was just told that with us is also Representative Danilo Vargas from Miami County. Representative Vargas, welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to express how happy we are to be here. I know the mayor wanted to be here so badly. As you know, our hearts and minds are with the people of Surfside and the tragedy that's unfolding there. And she's leading the charge to make sure that they're getting the things that they need to get through this ordeal. I just want to say how honored we are to represent. I know she was so excited to be here to honor all these health and wellness champions and leaders. Alonzo as well, and we'll have a proclamation to present shortly. But I just want to say how grateful we are for all the work that you all do. Alonzo, for your example, you're an exemplary leader, and you've been an inspiration to myself, my son, and to everybody here, I'm sure, for your work on the court and in the court of life. So thank you so much. Thank you all so much, and I look forward to presenting the proclamation.
Thank you so much. The next award goes to a dear friend of the Chamber, Carlos Acosta, BioReference Laboratory. BioReference Laboratories is one of the largest full-service specialty labs in the United States that gives healthcare providers and patients the power to make confident healthcare decisions. With a focus on genetics, oncology, urology, and women's health, BioReference offers comprehensive test solutions and unparalleled expertise based on a 40-year legacy of proven science. Carlos is a senior executive with an accomplished history across the healthcare spectrum. Mr. Acosta currently serves as a senior director of strategic venture solutions at BioReference Laboratories, focusing on population health and value-based care initiatives for large medical groups such as ACOs and IPAs. During his current tenure at BioReference, Mr. Acosta has overseen the national expansion of BioReference. He was instrumental in launching Laboratorio Buena Salud, a division of BioReference dedicated to providing underserved Spanish-speaking communities with quality diagnostic care. I, for one, know very much of his commitment because I remember when the pandemic started, we did a show with one of the traders and they were there right at the beginning of the pandemic, and they had several traders in different areas testing the people for COVID, and I think BioReference was a pioneer in that. We congratulate you, we honor you for that, so Carlos, please come to the stage.
Very much. I'm very privileged to be here, particularly among this group of leaders of our community. It's an honor to be considered for this award in such a distinguished group. I'm also privileged to be part of an organization being the third largest diagnostic company in the country that throughout this pandemic opened up the first drive-through COVID testing site in New Rochelle, New York. The pivot they did in such a short time to be part of commercialization to provide testing to our citizens throughout the country was an amazing task they did, as many others did in our industry. I've been in healthcare for about 30 years, so I take privilege like everybody else, and every day we go to work and we serve others. Indirectly or directly, we're a part of providing a service or a better enhancement to someone's health. I thank my team, partially. Part of them is here. I'm not a great speaker. I still get the sweaty palms, so I'm a little nervous. I don't have Lily's talent of speaking. But the other part of our team that I thank is out with Royal Caribbean. We still continue the work. We're working with Royal Caribbean to bring our travel industry back. We established a program to get them sailing again, a COVID program, and that's what the rest of my staff and my team is doing. So I thank those who are here, and I thank those that are out assisting our community and the tourism industry back there. So thank you all.
next recipient is Commissioner Sflhcc. A lot of us obviously recognize the last name for many, many different reasons, but obviously his family is like Cuban nobility in South Florida. Jose is a member of the South Florida Hospital District Board of Commissioners, the 7th-member board that governs the Florida healthcare system, a public nonprofit hospital system nationally recognized for providing outstanding patient and family-centered care. Jose comes from a long line of heroes. His father was an activist who formed Brothers to the Rescue, a humanitarian organization that rescued over 4,000 refugees immigrating from Cuba. His role as a member of the South Florida Hospital District Board of Commissioners has also allowed him to be a positive influence in the community. Also, and we had a brief discussion about this when I got here, as a type 1 diabetic, Jose has always promoted better care for diabetic patients and served on the Community Leadership Board at American Diabetes Association of South Florida. In 2020, Jose served as the Step Out and Walk Florida Chair, providing leadership and direction that enabled the American Diabetes Association to reach its revenue goals. In Jose's own words, I have been living successfully with type 1 diabetes since 1985, and I've also had the privilege of knowing Jose since high school, and he looks, other than the hair being a little bit grayer, he looks exactly the same. But I can say the same thing about my hair too. But anyway, please.
And I also wanted to say that Jose is the brother of Felipe Basulto, our immediate past chair, who has put up with me, as he says, for almost 5 years, and he couldn't be here because he's in New York. Congratulations, Jose.
Thank you. Thank you all. Appreciate it. It's good to see you again. It's been a while. In fact, it's good to see everybody. It's been a while since we've had chances like this to get together. I think it's a great sign that we're really on the way back. And I want to give a quick shout out to the table here to my right. This is the team from Memorial Healthcare System. This is a small sample of a 14,000 employee organization. An organization that traditionally was dedicated to helping people heal, and I like to oversimplify it, fix broken bodies. And I think what it means to be in healthcare now has really changed. It's evolving. We are now focused, and I'm super happy to see that some of the honorees today, congratulations to all of you, are in some of those areas that are really critically important to where we're going. And I saw telehealth, I saw population health. We are heavily invested in all of these things. I think it's a critically important thing to focus on, because really we will succeed as a healthcare system when we keep people from getting sick to begin with. Let's remember that. Let's all remember that. But anyway, thank you very much. It's an honor and privilege to be here, and congratulations to all the others.
And by the way, we're live streaming this, so it's live on Facebook.
The next recipient is Ariel Dominguez, the president of Online Insurance and Monthly Insurance, and the CEO of Paula Dr. Inc. Ariel is a professional of many hats. He heads up Paula Doctor's general operations across all lines of business, while also heading up insurance technology initiatives, marketing programs, sales and brand management. Prior to joining Ola, he worked in consumer goods, developing lines of business for one of the top nationwide brands in the health and wellness category, and served as chief digital strategist for Amazon Wellness brand for over 3 years at that tiny little company. For 4 years, he was VP of channel marketing in the finance field, where he managed over 200 markets and sales employees. In addition to an MBA, he's got an accreditation of MS in Management Systems focused on marketing from my alma mater, New York University. Nevada's creative, driven leader who thrives on challenges. His latest project was to help usher all our doctors into serious new automation, AI insurance sales by partnering with Salesforce. With that, Javier, please.
I think he's very popular.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Just want to say thank you for Lily for inviting me and honoring me today. It's a great award, and being part of this chamber, being part of the Hispanic community. I have red hair, and my name is Ariel, but I am Hispanic. Y sí sé hablar español. So that Macy's girl at the counter, I was going to buy perfume. Don't worry about it. And one of the things that I think our company, which you guys might not even have heard of, because we're in the background to a lot of things that you guys see from the forefront of healthcare. What we do is we communicate the needs of a customer, especially the Hispanic customer, with the intelligence of what computers can do today, which is understanding hundreds of variables that make up an individual, and then giving them affordable healthcare, affordable products that actually benefit their family when they go and need the care they need, rather than making them putting them in a dead circle where they are always constantly paying for actual access to healthcare. We're doing a little bit different and going in a different direction by automating that process. So I want to thank you guys, and this is dedicated to Angel, one of our late employees past. Thank you. So.
Next award goes to Matthew Pinzer. Matthew Pinzer, the Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer at Jackson Health System, helping direct the system's patient acquisition and loyalty strategy and overseeing the staff that manages Jackson's public face through media relations, marketing, advertising, community outreach, and more. Matt also serves as a senior advisor to Jackson's CEO, helping direct Jackson's strategy and tactics, including the massive financial turnaround that reversed more than $425 million in losses over 5 years into 5 consecutive years of multi-million-dollar surpluses beginning in 2012. Please welcome Matthew Pinzer, and thank you Anna Milton, who's the chair of Jackson Health Foundation, for being here, and also Candido Villela, past chair of Jackson Health Foundation, good friends of the chamber. Am I missing someone too? Sylvia Fortum, of course, absolutely. I couldn't see you from here. Thank you all for all the work that you guys do.
Thank you all so much. If any of you feel that Jackson was able to help inform this community during COVID, to tell the story of what was happening in South Florida to our neighbors, it's really because of 3 groups of people. We have leaders like Anna Vega Milton and our friends at the Jackson Health Foundation who give us the resources that we need in addition to the support from our taxpayer owners. It's the people like my colleagues who are sitting at our table, Jennifer Piedra, Brother Terzi, and Madeline Marios, who really run our communication function. I'm, sadly for everyone, just a pretty face. And most importantly, nearly 14,000 nurses, therapists, doctors, people who never took a day off during this pandemic. They were there, they were on the front lines, they took care of thousands of COVID-positive patients, and then when the vaccines, when this miracle from science came, they showed up again 175,000 people in our community vaccinated at Jackson. You own Jackson. Jackson is owned by the taxpayers of Miami-Dade, so it's really thank you all to you. Thank you very much for this honor on their behalf.
The next recipient is Marias Gomez. Marias is the Director of Operations for 24/7 Nursing Care Inc. She has proven to be more than just a leader of 24/7. She has also proven to be an active member of the South Florida community. Marias has volunteered her time to work with the West Kendall Community Partners, which is West Kendall Baptist Hospital, sponsoring and working with children, planting gardens, and adopting the Elementary School for the past 4 years. Marias has also collected money and donated food at his house. Her efforts to give back to her community are always at the forefront of her mind. She has led 24/7 nursing care through the coronavirus pandemic. She's also implemented and executed a rotating schedule for her office to mitigate the possibility of another outbreak in the workplace. With that, Marias, please. There she is.
Thank you, everyone. I just want to take a quick, brief moment to say thank you. I know we're running out of time. What we do at 24/7 Nursing Care is we serve our community. We serve mainly the elderly population. We take care of them at home. We make sure they're aging with integrity where their home is. We send caregivers out. During the pandemic, it was very challenging, but we made sure we secured PPE for all of them, and they were able to serve their clients and their patients in their home without any issues. And I want to thank everybody here and thank the community, and we want to just say thank you to South Florida Hispanic Chamber. Thank you.
The next award goes to IMC Health Medical Center. The advocate for healthcare for underserved women and families, distributing essential care products and food to more than 20,000 families during the pandemic to ensure that the elderly are vaccinated with COVID-19. IMC Health and the staff have consistently maintained a 5-star score in Medicare quality and pharmacy measures across all health plans due in large part to the expertly trained and experienced personnel, which consistently provides top-notch care to over 46,000 members across 13 state-of-the-art medical centers. And I had the privilege of interviewing for my show, The Business Minute with Lily Lopez, Mr. Bill Amaru, your CEO, and I was able to see firsthand the great job that they do. So, IMC Medical Centers, congratulations.
Thank you so much. On behalf of IMC's team and Bill Emerald, we want to accept this award. Thank you so much for the recognition. IMC currently serves around 60,000 patients here in South Florida in our 35 locations. And I'm happy to announce that we recently went public through our parent company, CareMax Inc. So thank you once again for this recognition of what we do every day to serve our community. Thank you.
We're close to the award for Mr. Alonzo Marney, but first, the award goes to Humana, and Melissa Bloom is receiving the award. And you know, it's a long bio, and I don't think I want to read it, I just want to speak from the heart. Humana has always been at the forefront for many years with us. As you all know, we are the sole provider of toys for children of Sflhcc. They are children that come from families that their annual income is less than $24,000 a year. And we provide 1,000 toys every year, and Humana has always been there present. And this year we started doing food drives, and Humana was present. So they are really a community champion and a healthcare champion, and they deserve this award. So I would like to ask Melissa Bloom to come up to the stage to receive the award on behalf of Humana.
Thank you, Lily. It's nice to share this recognition with old friends and new, with our partners at Jackson, at Memorial, with Kano Health, with each and every one of you. Humana serves hundreds of thousands of members in the South Florida community. We've been on the forefront from day one of the COVID pandemic, and we're not going anywhere.
And now, the Community Champion Award goes to someone who's very special in our community, who we all love and admire. It's Alonzo Marney, commonly known as Zoe. I didn't know that. Zoe. He knows me. We have a story, him and I, at the Biltmore when we met. We have it's an interesting story. But anyway, so he's an American icon, Miami NBA champion, Vice President of Prayer Programs and Development, and a philanthropist and a community leader. Alonzo Marney is a co-founder, of course, we know, Morning Family Foundation, the Alonzo Marney Charities, a non-for-profit 501c3 public fundraising foundation created to inspire others through advocacy, education, and enrichment services. Since 1997, Alonzo has been instrumental in raising more than $50 million for various programs, as well as building a new state-of-the-art youth center that helps bridge gaps and strengthens communities in the urban core. Mr. Marney co-founded the Overtown Youth Center, which we all know about, in the historic South Florida area of Overtown. The Overtown Youth Center provides a comprehensive approach designed to bridge educational, social, emotional health, and opportunity gaps. In the year 2000, Alonso was selected to join an elite group of NBA players to represent the United States in the Olympics in Sydney, Australia. He won the coveted gold medal, but was soon diagnosed with focal glomerulosclerosis. Sorry for that, I don't know how to say it. It's FSGS, a rare genetic kidney disease. After being diagnosed with that, Alonso personally led a campaign to raise $2 million to aid in the research, education, and financial relief of patients who cannot afford medication, and named the campaign Zoe's Fund for Life. Consistently recognized for his charitable efforts, Alonso has received numerous awards such as the NBA's Community Assist Award, 2006 National Urban League Outstanding Community Service Award, and so many, many more awards, but today's award is very important to him in his heart. It's the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce's Community Champion Award for all that he has done for the community, for everybody, all of us in this community. And it is an honor, sir, and a privilege to present you with this award.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. First of all, the South Florida Hispanic Chamber, thank you for this amazing celebration of leadership here in our community. Congratulations to all the other honorees. Y'all give them a round of applause. If you're looking for an amazing conversation, invite Lily Lopez out there. And you really don't have to do any talking, just let her do it. Listen, Lily is a beautiful soul. Y'all give it up for her, please. She's also a leader in this community. So Roland, thank you for your leadership as well, and all the good work that the South Florida Hispanic Chamber does. So the award that I'm receiving is the Community Service Champion Award. Okay. Now, like Lily said, and thank you for that amazing introduction. Like Lily said, I've received quite a bit of awards for the things that I'm supposed to do, that we're all supposed to do. We're all supposed to figure out a way that we can give back to our community. We're all here because of the contributions of people. We're all sitting here today because somebody else, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, made some sacrifices and significant contributions in our lives so that we can be who we are today. So, you know, I'm my faith is extremely strong, and I know that we all have a tendency to make our plans, but God guides our steps. And I was fortunate enough to have been guided, and I had a lot of other options at that particular time. I was fortunate enough to have been guided to come here to South Florida back in 1995. So I've been here 26 years. And the most rewarding thing throughout that journey of 26 years has been my contributions back to the community. And it all started back as a child, growing up in foster care. A lot of people don't know that I grew up in foster care, but it all started back then when mother and father separated. I lived in a group home for about a year and got picked up by a family, the Threet family, Threet. And this woman, Fanny Threet, who fostered 49 kids in her lifetime. And I was one of those 49. And we all didn't live in the same house once. But throughout her 98 years, she fostered 49 kids. So, you know, I was one of those kids. And I tell you, you know, with all of the things that she implemented in me, understanding the importance of faith. She's a retired school teacher, so education was a tremendous priority in the household, as well as understanding the importance of giving back. You know, so I credit her, Fanny, God rest her soul, for the person who I am today. Throughout this journey, you know, I can identify, you know, different angels, I call them, in my life, you know, whether it be coaches, teachers, family members, what have you, that help contribute to this whole process of who I am today, how the Morning Family Foundation, Lots of Morning Charities, and Hometown Youth Center, and all these amazing things evolved because of their contributions, because I felt as though that I had a responsibility, because they made so many different sacrifices that I'd be doing them a disservice if I didn't do something to make a difference. So all the work that I get acknowledged for, I praise them as much as I can, all of these individuals. And I hope you all do, and I hope you all do too, praise the individuals that kind of helped you get to where you are. And I hope you embrace the opportunity and understanding each and every one of us here have the ability to make a difference. It's not just me, because I had this platform of basketball where some amazing things have happened throughout my basketball career, but you know, basketball is temporary. You know, one day that ball stops bouncing. You know, then what are you gonna do with your life? How are you gonna spend the rest of your time here on this earth? You know, and I'm a strong believer that part of your time on this earth should be used to serve others. You know, because our growth as a people happens with our connection to other people. Our growth happens in community. You know, we don't grow in isolation. We grow because of our connection with others and our relationship with other people. You know, so I've been fortunate enough to develop some amazing relationships, and I just developed another amazing relationship with Libby Lopez in the Hispanic Chamber, and you know, there's strength in numbers. So as we come together, and our hearts, and we echoed this today, and our hearts should go out to the families that were affected by that devastating crash in our city, and understanding that, you know, there's going through the pandemic and the social pandemic that we had to deal with, as well as the economic pandemic, you know, and the viral pandemic, all these pandemics that we've had to deal with. But look at where we are today. And we're here today because leaders in our community, and we acknowledge them today, some of them today, everybody has stepped to the forefront and contributed their time and their efforts, you know, to pull us out of all of this. And I want you all to just take note with some of the words that the individuals expressed when they came up and received their awards. It's about service and giving back, you know. So I encourage all of you all, thank you for this amazing award, but I encourage all of you all to be leaders in your own way and identify things you can attach yourselves to try to make a difference. So God bless you all, and thank you so much.
Alonso. I will take a moment to mention one thing. So my daughter graduated high school with his son Trey, and I will tell you in terms of among the things you can add to his list is a wonderful, gifted father, because my daughter would always tell me what a really nice young man Trey was. And he ended up going to Georgetown, got an undergraduate degree, he's got a master's and MBA, so you can add among all the achievements and all the accomplishments, he's a great father. Which I'm sure he and his wife Tracy got the most important accomplishment. By the way, you can also add motivational speaker to that too, by the way. Come on. President, let me please.
And we also have, we're gonna be giving 2 checks of $5,000 each before, so don't leave, to 2 small businesses. So I know everybody's ready to leave, but please stay to see this moment where we're gonna be presenting together with Office Depot and Element together 2 $5,000 checks to small businesses. So that's important, don't leave. Here with us, we also have a county proclamation, and we have the Honorable Marta Perez and the Honorable Lupe Navarro.
Thank you very much. Here, Ms. Lupe Navarro and I are here representing the school board, and we have this proclamation for this amazing community hero. And whereas on June 25th, 2021, community leaders and members of the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce honor Mr. Alonso Mourning for the Community Service Champion Award. And whereas Mr. Mourning has raised more than $10 million since 1997 for various programs that aid more than that and more, that in the development of children and families through the Mourning Family Foundation. And whereas in 2000, Mr. Mourning was diagnosed with a rare genetic kidney disease. After being diagnosed, Mr. Mourning personally led the Zoe's Fund for Life campaign, which raised, I hope this is right, over $2 million to aid in research. Whereas in August 2009, Miami-Dade County Public Schools named its new high school in North Miami, Florida, the Alonzo and Tracy Mourning Senior High Biscayne Bay Campus, and he attends their graduations every year and continues to contribute to the school and to all our schools. And whereas in 2018, Mr. Mourning was selected by the superintendent of Miami-Dade County Public Schools to join Build for Tomorrow, an advocacy group formed to encourage Miami-Dade County residents to support the issuance of a $1.2 billion general obligation bond to renovate our school facilities. And of course, with his work, it was successful. And whereas Mr. Mourning continues to dedicate and encourage more of our future leaders to excel and reach their highest potential, and whereas Mr. Mourning is to be commended and thanked for his years of outstanding, dedicated service to Miami-Dade County and the students of Miami-Dade County Public Schools, let it be resolved that this proclamation is presented to him today. Congratulations.
And at this time also, we have a proclamation from the mayor of Miami-Dade County that we're going to be presenting.
Yes. So, good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Mayor Danilo Levin Cava and the Board of County Commissioners, we have a proclamation for Mr. Alonzo Mourning. And there's a lot of writing on here, beautiful writing, a message that's really heartfelt from everybody in the county for all the amazing work that you have done over the years. Your speech was inspirational. Thank you so much for your example. And so now, therefore, I'm going to get to the chase because I know we're short on time. Be it resolved that I, Daniela Levin Cava, on behalf of Daniela Levin Cava, Mayor of Miami-Dade County, Chairman Jose Pepe Diaz, and the members of the Board of County Commissioners, on behalf of Miami-Dade County and this community, do hereby proclaim Friday, June 25th, 2021 as Alonzo Mourning Day.
Now I would like to ask Sharu Goodwin to come to the podium. As you all know, we are working very close with Office Depot, with Elevate Together. And the last event, we presented together with them 2 checks of $10,000 each to small businesses. This is an ongoing program, and today we have good news to 2 other small businesses. Sharu?
I'm delighted to announce that Elevate Together and the South Florida Hispanic Chamber will award 2 small businesses with a $5,000 cash grant today. And in addition to awarding them with a cash grant, we'll also match them with a certified small business mentor to help them develop strategies to grow and scale. And so please join me in congratulating Maria Alejandra Moreno and her legacy work, and Yesenia Moreno and her company New Edge Associates.
If we could have the honorees, just take one quick picture of everybody. Please, the honorees. And then we will let everyone enjoy the rest of the Friday afternoon and the weekend. But it's give the honorees. That includes you, Mr. Basulto. So what do we see?
We're also doing a blood drive, if you've noticed, over here. Blood drive. The truck is outside. Blood drive, please. And we have raffle items. We have gift cards. Wow. It's a lot of stuff. brunch for two for the Biltmore. And first we're doing, if anybody wants to buy any raffle ticket for brunch for two, come to Joanna. Amazon gift cards courtesy of Alex Escobar and FBMC, I'm sorry. $141, a bottle of sparkling wine, actually 2 bottles. We have a brunch for two at the Biltmore. So if anybody wants to buy a raffle ticket, come to Joanna or Anielka at the front. By the way, we have a lunch on July 16th on La Trova. That's gonna be our monthly lunch, La Trova, July 16th.